made a video a little earlier about what's going on in Venezuela and President Maduro being captured, and now it's all over the news. But I just want to harp on a few things right quick. There's a lot of information going down about the sites that were targeted um, inside of Venezuela, where Hugo Chavez's body was, um, I guess, you know, body where he's been buried was blown up. There have been a lot of sites that have been blown up um, with this military intervention. Um, Let me see. I'm sorry. There are a lot of sites that were blown up. Some military sites, some communication sites, which is, I guess, normal for a military operation. But I always thought about if they go into, Venezuela, I forget what the name of the city is, Caracas or something like that. Now, the only thing I can relate this to is I was over in Iraq in 2007. I talked to guys that was over there in 2003, the shock and awe when the Iraqi people didn't get enough time to exit the city. And I talked to guys, troops that came up on the scene, and I don't want to get graphic, but the whole thing that they called the mile of death or something was it was charred. People in their car didn't even get a chance to get out of their car. Some would you could see them actually. What I was told, getting out of their car, and everything was charred. So you can paint a picture of how that seemed pretty graphic. But I think that's what they was trying to prevent in I think Caracas, which is the capital. But they captured Maduro and his wife, and they're scheduled to be in New York City, I guess, sometime soon. It's like 11:35. I think that they're waiting for President Trump to come out and give a press conference of the matter. It's just said to be a large scale attack, a large scale strike, which is the same thing. But yeah, just want to kind of put that out there. But there's a guy. Give me a second, because he really laid out a lot of things. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. But what is this old croaker's name? It's J. John Will. J. John Will. Jhone Will. Will. He points out some things about Maduro. You know, like I say, some things I agree with, some things I disagree with what he said. But he really laid it out neat. The sites that were bombed, and the strikes, and what have you. So you might want to check him out. Anyway, we'll see what President Trump has to say about this matter. Again, like I said before, I think this stops us from getting into an all-out war, all-out shooting war, ground war. Maybe it still could happen, because now the vice president is being actually, of course, is now being bumped up to president. He's saying he doesn't. Of course, he doesn't know where Maduro is. President Maduro is. But I want to say one thing. I want to get this one real quick. Those strikes on them fishermen, some of that was sus. I don't know how good those cameras are. What some of well, some of them, okay, I can say probably was transferring, the stuff, because how many fishermen are being fishing at night? I don't know, but though a drug addiction is you stop that vessel, you get on board, and you check it out. You just blowing guys up willy nilly. They could be fishermen. How do you know? You don't know what the cargo is on that vessel until you board it. So you can be just. I know they have intelligence from where the stuff is manufactured to the boats, but some of that stuff looks like some fisherman stuff, and you could be taking lives that are just innocent people out there just trying to make a living in fishing. I don't know. But anyways, this video was going on a little bit longer than I thought it would be. They have a picture of Maduro on TV right now on board of the USS. What is that? They just blanked the name out. It's a battleship. Anyway, yeah, it's something that I think everybody is kind of tracking on now, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, it's not a major ground war. They can, get through this, and I don't know. Anyway, that's it. That's what I got. Howdy.